Top 10 couples who met their fates together. John Sampson, 46. The idea of dying together comes up at some point in most relationships. For many, the idea of living the rest of your life without your loving partner is unbearable. There have been countless documented cases of people ending their lives to escape their loneliness. In these 10 cases, people weren't given this choice. For those who were killed by others, it was not a planned event. For those who took their own lives, the alternative would have separated them from their partners in some way anyway. 0. Julius and Ethel Rosenberg. Julius and Ethel Rosenberg were an American couple with a huge secret. They were spies for Soviet Russia. During World War II, Julius worked for the Army Signal Corps. He had access to sensitive information about the development of the nuclear bomb, which was eventually used as a turning point in the war through contacts made during his involvement with the Communist Party. Julius passed on information about the development of the bomb to the Soviet Union. In 1951, the Rosenbergs were found guilty of conspiracy to commit espionage in a move which would cause controversy to this day. They were both sentenced to execution in the electric chair. Although Julius' sentence was met with little resistance, the decision to execute his wife was seen as a harsh move by those who believed that her involvement was minimal. On June 19, 1953, 35-year-old Julius was strapped into the chair. He said nothing before the first jolt of electricity entered his body. He was pronounced dead after that first attempt, drawing the prison matron toward her as she was strapped into the chair. Ethel kissed the matron before being killed. After the initial shocks, she was examined by a doctor who found that she was still alive. Eventually, she died in the electric chair. Julius's guilt was later proven, but Ethel's involvement is still thought to have been minimal. 9. Dennis and Myrna Kula. Photo credit. La Crosse Tribune.com. Dennis Kula and his wife, Myrna, were enjoying a peaceful retirement in the affluent, scenic area of La Crosse, Wisconsin. On Monday, May 24, 2010, their son, Eric, received a phone call from a local school where his mother worked as a substitute teacher. She had failed to turn up for a day's work, and they were concerned and unable to contact his parents. Eric left for their house. When he arrived, he opened the door to find Dennis on the kitchen floor in a pool of blood. Clearly, Dennis hadn't gotten far from the entrance to the house when he was shot down by whomever had committed the terrible crime. Eric called 911 and described the scene to the dispatcher. Partway through the call, he walked further into the house and entered the room where the couple kept their computer. His mother was slumped over the desk with one hand on the keyboard. She had also been shot. The scene was a mystery. Whoever had killed the Kulas hadn't disturbed anything else in the house. A few days after the murders, Eric found a haunting note in his mailbox. It simply read, "Fixed you." The note wasn't explained until police began digging a little deeper into Eric's alibi. It was soon revealed that Eric had written the note himself after murdering his parents to inherit their money. He was in serious debt due to his unsuccessful day trading and saw the murders as the only way out. In August 2012, Eric Kula was sentenced to 2 life sentences for the murders of his parents. He maintains his innocence. 8. Nikolai Alexandrovich Romanov and Alexandra Fyodorovna. Photo credit. Edward Ulanhuth. Nikolai Alexandrovich Romanov, Nicholas the Bloody, due to his suppression of the 1905 uprising in which thousands died, met his wife, Alexandra Alex of Hesse, through their intertwined families. The couple was reportedly related to each other through several different lines of nobility. 3. Under Nicholas II's rule, Russians watched their country go from one of the world's major powers to an economic and military disaster. By 1917, the public saw him as responsible for the terrible economic and social conditions in Russia. Having massively fallen out of favor with the Russian people, Nicholas and his family were confined to a government house under guard, supposedly for their protection. On July 17, 1918, the family was ordered to the basement by a leading old Bolshevik there. They were met by a number of communist soldiers, who formed a firing squad. A charge was read out loud by Led X,